Good day everyone and welcome to our webinar about expert advisor writing. Today is the second part of this webinar. My name is Dmitry and my colleague Gunnar today will present to you this webinar. If you will have any questions, please feel free to add them in live chat. And now we will begin.
Hello everyone and welcome to the second part of webinar. Please confirm, do you hear me well? Is my voice okay? It should be okay. Okay. If you hear me well, then let's begin. Today's webinar, we will be closing the order using Expert Advisor. At the first webinar, we opened the order, and this time we will close the order. So, as usual, first step to make a robot, we need to create the new Expert Advisor. So here on the client's terminal, let's right click on the Expert Advisors and create in Meta Editor. Next, we choose Template Expert Advisor and click Next. Now we need to give the name of the robot. I will call it Webinar 19. Then click Next. Here we change nothing. Click Next. We don't change here either, and Finish. Now we have the template to start writing a robot. We don't need all those functions except we keep this one on tick. So basically we will be closing order once the market will change or when the tick will happen. How does order closing work? In MetaTrader, in MQL language, it happens with two steps. The first step is we need to choose which order to close. So basically we need to select an order. And the second step is we close the selected order. So let's begin with the first step, and we need to select the order. How do we tell the robot which order to select? For that, there is a function called order select. And there are two parameters. The first one is index. Basically, index is the which order we are willing to close. The very first index is with value 0. So if we put 0, that means we will be closing the very first order which is opened in client's terminal. And the second parameter is basically we need to tell that we are willing to select by position. We are willing to select the very last order. There is also possibility select by ticket. In that case, we need to specify exact ticket number. But today we are selecting orders by list. Basically, we will be selecting the very last order. So this is the first step, and now we have selected the order. Let me go to the client's terminal and explain a little bit how does order selection works. Let's open, for example, euro-dollar buy, and here we have an order. There are two ways, as explained, how to identify or how to select an order. The first way we will be using is by simply selecting the only and the very first order, which will have the index 0. The other way, which is selecting by ticket, in that case we will need to know exact ticket number, which is here, which is 229649769. But we are not willing to type the ticket number every time we open an order. Therefore, we will be selecting the very first order, which is opened. Let's go back to the editor, and therefore we choose select by position. So the position number 0 is the exact open order. Now, once we have selected the order, the second step is to close. So for that, we have order close function. And here we need to give parameter which ticket number to close. So basically, order close function works by using the ticket number. To get the ticket number of selected order, there is a function called order ticket. So basically, what this order ticket function does, it returns a ticket number for selected order. So once again, here we selected order, and here we got the ticket number of selected order. So now we have put a ticket number for order close function. Next parameter is the volume. The volume in lots. We will be opening 0.01 order, and that means we need to close the exact same amount. So we put 0.01. Next parameter is price. So if we open by order, the by order will be closed by bid price, and if there is a open sell order, the sell order will be closed by ask price. So in our case, we will be opening a buy order, and buy order is always being closed by bid price. Next parameter is slippage. We put 0 because we don't want any slippage. And the last parameter is the color of arrow which will be drawn on the chart when order will be closed. But in case we put color none, there will be no additional arrow on the chart. And basically, those are the full 2 steps, how we identify an order or select an order, and then we close it. So let's move forward and try to test how does it work. As always, before running the code, we need to compile it. We click compile, and we have 0 errors, which means the code is correct. Now let's go to the client's terminal and try to launch our expert advisor. We already have opened a buy position. If you don't have, please open a 0.01 lot buy order, and we try to close this order using the robot. So the robot was called webinar 19, and let's apply it to the chart. So we select it, right click, and attach to chart. Here we have confirmation window, and after clicking OK, it will start working. Now on the next price change, I expect that order will be closed. So let's wait. Once the price will change, order should be closed. Yes, the price changed and order is closed. Let's go back to the code and go through it once again. So basically, order closed on the price change. This is because we put it into the function on tick. So once the tick happened, it executed this line of code. The first line was we selected an order, and the second part we closed the exact order. Now let's apply the same principle and try to modify an order. For that, let's comment out the order close, and we need to add order modification function. For that, there's a function called order modify, and the same principle. The first parameter is order ticket. Basically, we're willing to tell the order modify function which ticket number to modify. Next is the price. As this is market order, we will not be changing the price because we cannot change open price if order is already opened. So for that reason, we put the same price. So here what we did is we put the same order open price in the order modify function. So we will not change the order open price. Next parameter is stop loss. And here, with help of order modify function, we can add stop loss to the existing order. So let's check what's the price. The current price is 1.117 approximately. And let's put stop loss somewhere lower, 1.10. And the next parameter is take profit. So also we can add a take profit to existing position. So take profit will be above, somewhere 1.200. The next parameter is expiration, which we will not put expiration, so put simply 0. And the last is the color of arrow. So we put none, so there will be no arrow drawn. So right now we will open another new position, and then we will run our robot, and the robot should place take profit and stop loss to our position. Before that, as always, once we change something in code, after that we need to compile it. So we click compile, we check for errors, there are 0 errors, and let's go back to the client's terminal. So before we run, we need to remove the previous robot. To remove the script or the robot, we do a right click on a chart. Then there's an expert advisors, and here we click remove. So now we removed code that was previously running. Okay, so now we want to place an order and modify it using our expert advisor. So first step, let's open an order. It's a double click here on the euro/dollar. The order window appears, and let's do a buy order. Now we have opened order, and we see there is no stop loss and no take profit. So after running our code, running our robot, we expect that stop loss and take profit will be added. So let's run it. So our robot webinar 19, right click, attach to chart, let's confirm, and now on the next price change we expect that stop loss and take profit will be set. And here it is. We have stop loss price 1.1 and take profit price 1.2. Let's go back to the editor and let's check one more time what we did. So basically we called order modify, then we told which ticket we are willing to modify, then we put the same order open price because we cannot change the price for already opened order, and the next parameter we added stop loss. We added stop loss 1.1 and take profit 1.2, and that's exactly what robot did when we just launched it. So once again, the main principle of modifying or closing an order is the first step to select an order, and the second step is to modify or to close. So this is the very basic principle how we close or modify an orders, and based on this principle there can be written more complex robots with more detailed algorithms, but this is the very basic, very simple code which closes and modifies the order. If you have any questions, please ask them, type in the chat room. I'll try to answer them. For today's webinar, this is it. This is the line of code which we wrote, and as usual I always recommend that you try it on your own computer on demo account to see if the code is working exactly as we did here in webinar. As always, the webinar recording will be available on website, and the exact code also will be available next to the video. So basically where the video is, below the video this code will be available, so you can simply copy it and try to run it on your own computer. Okay, if there's no additional questions, then thank you very much for coming, and please follow the schedule when the next webinar will be in place, and see you in the next webinar. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye bye.